Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman and Ranking Member Walden. I think you can tell from the interest in this hearing that it's something that affects all 435 congressional districts, and that's why I'm going to submit my written statement and focus instead on the human cost of what we're here to talk about, as Ranking Member Barton was just talking about. And I'm very fortunate one of my constituents, who is the chairman of the National Auto Dealers Association, John McElhaney from Clinton, I was here because he works and sells cars in the heartland. I think a lot of what we're talking about here today is an explanation of how the decisions that are being made are affecting dealers all over the country. My wife's grandfather, Bert Kolb, was the first Ford dealer in Dubuque, Iowa. And my uncle, Lyle Nesserho, came home from World War II and at the request of one of his Navy buddies, moved to my hometown of Brooklyn, Iowa, and started working as a parts manager in a Chevy dealership that he later purchased and worked in for 60 years. And I want to talk a little bit about where we've been to get to where we are right now. Because I remember those fall rollouts of new models and the excitement that they brought to my hometown. And I remember those ads that my uncle ran in my hometown newspaper showing all of the employees of his dealership and how many years they had worked there to show the impact that his business was having on our community. Because those same employees were the ones volunteering in the Boy Scouts and the Little League and in school activities, and they were making our community a better place to live. And when you talk about these dealer closures, you're not just talking about the application of economic principles and mathematical formulations. You're talking about the impact on people's lives in every congressional district in this country. And that's why the issues we're going to be discussing today matter. That's why they matter to me, they matter to my colleagues on both sides of the aisle, and they matter to the constituents we represent. Because when these dealerships close, they don't just take away the opportunity to buy and get service for your cars and trucks. They take away the lifeblood of these communities. And it's much broader than simply the loss of sales and service. It's part of the fabric of this country. And Mr. Henderson and Mr. Press, your corporations were built on the backs of people like the dealers you see in this room who went out there, invested in their communities, and made you profitable during your boom times. And now I think each of you and your companies owe them and the taxpayers of this country a detailed explanation for your business decisions, because we have to live with the aftermath. And I welcome everyone's testimony on the committee and look forward to further opportunities to question the witness.
Thanks, Mr.